Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply. In this video is to bring you a closer look at the Keedex number K BXDBL234-AL-2. This is an aluminum gate box is what it is. A double hole gate box, obviously, is what we're looking at here. I'm going to remove this from the packaging. We're going to take a closer look at it. We're going to review the dimensional properties, what it's made of, its options, where it's installed, etc. I do indeed have that removed, and here it is. Made of aluminum. Why aluminum? Well, this is going to Key West, Florida, and aluminum would be, of course, very appropriate for, all of Key West is a coastal environment, basically. So you're going to want something possibly not made of steel for that application. And it's very likely that the fence or the gate or the structure this is being attached to is probably aluminum as well. Okay, this has an integrated stop on it, and they say that this is for an H series, and that is the extended description says Schlage H series. I was going to say that's a reference to Schlage's now discontinued interconnected lock, their H series interconnected lock. Had this specific center to center on it, which is 4-inch, and the K-BX, that means in the part number we're certainly dealing with a gate box. The DBL is for double. The 234, that tells us it's going to have a back set of 2 3/4 inch. AL will be the base material. -2, I don't know exactly what that means. It's probably the thickness is what I'm thinking. Let's take those basic dimensional properties and put some of that to the test. So the width of the box, they say that it's 4 3/4. Indeed, maybe a 1/16 shy. 2 3/4 back set. Yeah, I'd say that would be accurate. 8 5/8 height. Sure. That 2 in the part number, 2-inch. Yeah, indeed, that's going to be 2-inch. I would imagine that they know that their H series lock will work on a 2-inch thick box. 4-inch center to center. Those holes are 2 1/8, both of them. You have this stop that's here. They make gate boxes with and without these stops. Projection of that stop, about 1 3/8, as you can see. Okay. Now, there is some information that is linked to down below this video that will allow us to review the particular aspects. The cut sheet, a cross-reference guide, and a gate box catalog, and I would like to switch to the screen view so that we can look at those documents together. Okay, so as we look at the page that's here, we're going to get down to the cut sheet, and let's open that up and see what that looks like. So this is going to be a basically a duplicate of what we've already gone over. Okay, they're referring to the part number. If it was in steel, you add the AL and it will become aluminum, and if you add the SS, it becomes stainless steel. So this box is available in 3 different base materials, and then of course your dimensional properties that are here that you can review. Then finally, next we're going to have the cross-reference guide is handy because this 9-page document will allow you to, let's just say, get to the lock manufacturer that you're dealing with. We'll go down to Schlage. It's all alphabetical. And in that section of the cross-reference, you're going to find the different lock types that are available. Okay. H series, H locks interconnected, 4-inch center to center. Now they've got this 2W part. Let's investigate what that 2W part is as well. And that 2W version is an indented version, and it looks like the indented version here it is, forgive me. The 2D is the indented version here, whereas the 2W is not. The 2W is just the standard hole. So it'd be quite typical, simple and straightforward. Why you would want the 2W, that's just the common unit. But the 2W might come into play when you have, or I should say the 2D part number. And the 2D is when you have a 2-inch deep unit, but your locks aren't made for a 2-inch thick gate. So you might be wanting a 2D version, very likely, versus the, the Dash 2 version, which is just going to be 4 2-inch thick doors. So be mindful that you're dealing with something that's 2-inch. Okay. All right, let's take a look now. The balance of the cross-reference, just to go back to that, very handy. You can do a find function on your keyboard and just type in Schlag and get to that section, or Sergeant, or Trine, if you're doing a strike, whatever it might be. And all of the different part numbers are listed here. If there is an alternative base material that it's available in, it will be listed here as well. So very helpful, simple, and straightforward. Then there is the Gatebox catalog, and that is just a PDF that will allow you to review all of the Gatebox products from this manufacturer. Catalog will come up, and you'll be able to scroll through there and see all kinds of things that are very directly related to Keedex gate equipment. And they have a tremendous offering of weldable gate boxes, and you can review that catalog. Now let's talk about exactly where you're going to use this gate specifically. Okay, so where are you going to use this? Again, you've got a gate or an application where aluminum base material makes perfect sense. The edge preparations are also recessed, as you can see, to accept your latch bolt. That's going to take a 2 1/4-inch latch bolt inside of there, and it will certainly take a 1-inch or 1 1/8 wide latch bolt as well. Plenty of room in there. Now, using this for an H-series lock, maybe it just happens to be 4-inch center to center is an H series, but 4-inch center to center can be any combination of locks will really work in a 4-inch center. Even if you had a grade 1 commercial lever lock with a rose diameter of about 3.5 inch, and you had a full size, deadbolt that has a outside dimension of 2.5, 2 3/4, something in that range, 4-inch would work splendidly for that. What would cause me pause would be making sure that 2-inch was going to work. Lots of locks will go to 2-inch. You can certainly order locks to go to 2-inch, but out of the box, you're going to want to make sure that, your door lock intended for 1 3/4 will actually work on this thickness. So in that regard, in my experience, this unit would be certainly considered less common for that reason alone, because it's 2-inch wide, or ultimately having a 2-inch thickness. The rest of the information that is on the extended description down below this video. Let's take a look at that. Dimensional properties are listed there that we've already gone over. How to get to the catalog is really important in that cross-reference. It's very unusual that Keedex would not have a unit for your requirements and for your application. And even in those instances, sometimes what happens in a worst case type scenario is that you end up needing or having to get a blank version and then quite simply drilling the function holes yourself. That's what I end up seeing happening with a lot of, in that sort of application when it does arise, which is somewhat infrequent. These are relatively simple pieces of material. They've got some material that's been bent. There's a reasonably small amount of welding that's actually been done to the product. And why would you buy this? Well, the reason you would buy it, and this client obviously has 2 gates or maybe 1 for stock, is that the amount of work that would go into you fabricating one of these is likely not worth purchasing one pre-manufactured from someone like Keedex, who has the machinery. It's ready to go. They don't have to bend anything, punch or drill anything, weld anything, measure anything. The dimensions are there and ready to roll. So you might want to consider purchasing it pre-manufactured. That link below, there is a link below this video to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up not only all of the Keedex products that we sell, but also a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to the full product catalog. If you have any questions on the Keedex, this is their part number K-BXDBL234-AL-2, or any other Keedex product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you very much.